After months of war, disrupted shipping, and rising global tension, the United States and Iran have signed an interim agreement intended to stop the fighting and open the door to a permanent settlement. But is this the beginning of lasting peace, or only a temporary pause? Here are the 10 biggest things to know about the new US-Iran agreement. This video reflects information available as of June 22, 2026. Negotiations are continuing, and some terms may still change. Number 10. The agreement is intended to halt military operations. The memorandum calls for an end to fighting between the United States, Iran, and their allies, including military activity connected to Lebanon. However, events on the ground remain tense. Number 9. Negotiators have up to 60 days. The United States and Iran have established a 60-day period to work toward a broader final agreement. That period may be extended if both sides agree. Number 8. Iran's nuclear program remains central. Iran has reaffirmed that it will not acquire or develop nuclear weapons. Negotiators must still settle difficult questions involving enriched uranium, inspections, verification, and the future of Iran's nuclear facilities. Number 7. Financial relief has begun. The interim framework includes oil export waivers, limits on new sanctions during negotiations, and procedures that could give Iran access to some frozen assets. Wider sanctions relief remains conditional on future compliance. Number 6. Iranian oil could return more freely to world markets. Waivers involving oil sales, banking, transportation, and insurance may allow Iran to increase exports. That could influence energy supplies and prices worldwide. Number 5. The Strait of Hormuz remains crucial. Iran is expected to allow safer commercial passage through the strait, while the United States is expected to reduce its naval blockade. But recent restrictions and threats show that shipping remains vulnerable. Number 4. Lebanon is directly connected to the negotiations. The parties are working on a deconfliction mechanism designed to reduce fighting in Lebanon. However, Israel and Hezbollah remain separate actors whose decisions could threaten the wider peace process. Number 3. The framework proposes a massive reconstruction plan. The agreement calls for the United States and regional partners to develop a reconstruction and economic development package worth at least $300 billion. The funding and conditions still require negotiation. Number 2. A monitoring and enforcement system must be created. The final agreement is expected to include a mechanism that monitors compliance, resolves disputes, and determines what happens if either side breaks its commitments. And number 1, the agreement could still collapse. The deal is historic, but it is not yet a permanent peace treaty. Disputes over nuclear restrictions, sanctions, Lebanon, oil exports, and the Strait of Hormuz could still derail the process. The next 60 days may determine whether this becomes a lasting peace or another temporary pause in a much longer conflict. Do you believe the United States and Iran will reach a permanent agreement? Tell us in the comments and subscribe to Global Top 10 Spotlight for more major stories from around the world.